I could not be prouder of what we have achieved together. This year's meetings have not only been productive, but they have surpassed our expectation. Since Malaysia assumed the chairmanship, we have signed and adopted 25 significant initiatives, the largest number in the history of ADMM and ADMM-Plus. But beyond the formalities of meetings, I hope all of you have also experienced the warmth, the energy, and the hospitality of Malaysia. Because for us, this chairmanship year is not only about policies and outcomes, but also about friendship, shared understanding, and a celebration of our ASEAN family. On behalf of the Government of Malaysia and the Ministry of Defence, I extend our deepest gratitude to all ASEAN member states, ASEAN partners, and the ASEAN Secretariat for your steadfast support, your trust, and your confidence in us. The success of this year's ADMM and ADMM-Plus is not Malaysia's alone. It is our success, ASEAN's success. It stands as proof that when we come together in unity and purpose, we can achieve great things. As I prepare to hand over the chairmanship to my good friend, allow me to share one final reflection. Every chair before us, Laos, Indonesia, and those before that, has laid strong foundation for us to build upon. And Malaysia has continued this important journey by adding our own building blocks to a structure that belongs to all of us. But we must admit, we cannot do miracles. 1 year is not enough to accomplish everything. What matters is continuity, to carry on the unfinished and unending mission of building a sustainable legacy for the ASEAN community. The ADMM and ADMM-Plus are enduring symbols of our collective commitment to ASEAN first, to unity, centrality, and solidarity. As we move forward, we must uphold this spirit by thinking ASEAN, acting ASEAN, and behaving ASEAN. I know I have repeated this many times, but it is very crucial that we ingrain this spirit within us all the time and always. And so, as we pass the torch to our dear friend, the Philippines, Malaysia gives its full and unwavering support. We have every confidence that the Philippines will continue to lead with the same spirit of dedication, integrity, and unity. Let us support the Philippines ADMM chairmanship as one ASEAN united in purpose and in vision. Congratulations to all for making this a remarkable and meaningful chapter in the history of ADMM and ADMM-Plus. I look forward to seeing you all again in the Philippines next year. And to Gilberto, is now all yours. Thank you. Terima kasih.
First and foremost, I extend our warmest and sincerest congratulations to the Ministry of Defence of Malaysia for successfully chairing the 19th ADMM and the 12th ADMM-Plus. Sirs, you have done a sterling job, and you have tough shoes to fill. Please join me in giving our Malaysian colleagues a well-deserved round of applause. I would also like to acknowledge His Excellency Datuk Seri Khaled for his leadership, sincere friendship, warm hospitality, and I am witness to the tireless efforts that he exerted throughout the year. One big hand for Datuk Khaled, please. Truly, you and your team have left big shoes to fill, and our meetings have given us plenty of food for thought. So, on behalf of my delegation, terima kasih. With the theme ASEAN Unity for Security and Prosperity, I believe all of us here gained valuable insights from our ADMM and ADMM-Plus engagements this year. For the Philippine delegation, these have also informed us of our preparations. And we have learned valuable lessons as the next chair of ASEAN. As His Excellency President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. stated at the closing ceremony and handing over of the ASEAN chairship earlier this week, and I quote, "Our goal is not to diverge from past chairships, but to build upon the collective work of our predecessors," unquote. In that spirit, I am honored and humbled to accept the chairship of the ADMM and the ADMM-Plus from our esteemed host, Malaysia. The Philippines ASEAN chairship will be guided by the theme, Navigating Our Future Together. Accordingly, the Philippine delegation commits to working with our fellow member states and dialogue partners towards our shared aspirations for a peaceful, stable, and prosperous Southeast Asia and the broader Indo-Pacific region. In light of recent events, I would also like to reiterate our appreciation for the leadership of Malaysia and the support of our partners in brokering the ceasefire between Thailand and Cambodia. For our part, we reaffirm our continued participation in the ASEAN-led observer team, and we will remain steadfast in our commitment to peaceful resolution of the conflict with due regard for the sensitivities of all concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, our leadership in the ADMM and ADMM-Plus comes amid heightened uncertainties about the future of our region and our world. To stay rooted in an increasingly unstable security environment, our internal cohesion and stability are all the more important. With this in mind, I would like to conclude by referencing the insightful remarks of His Excellency Datuk Khaled in the ADMM yesterday. He said, and I quote, "When one of us is challenged, all of us are being tested too. Solidarity must never be selective. We must extend our solidarity in every situation, especially when regional peace is at stake. For only by standing together can ASEAN remain united, strong, and resilient despite our limitations." With the Philippines at the helm of the ADMM and ADMM-Plus, we will therefore not only sustain the significant progress we have made in our areas of practical cooperation, we will also strive to strengthen our solidarity and promote collective action to defend the principles we stand for. In that spirit, I look forward to welcoming all of you to the Philippines in 2026. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you, Your Excellency. And now to mark the beginning of the Philippines chairmanship,